All right. Hi, everybody. This is Dawson. I'm back with another Resident Evil movie review for you today. Today, I'm going to be talking about the third Resident Evil movie, Resident Evil Extinction, released in 2007, directed by Russell McCarthy. Probably said that wrong. And welcome to day 3 of 31 Days of Halloween. I'm having a really fun time, even though we're only in the third day, to talk horror with you guys. So, yeah, and I decided to start with the Resident Evil movies because I've never seen them. And, yeah, so, this is going to be an interesting one to review, so let's get into it. So, the film, once again, stars Milla Jovovich as Alice. You also have Ali Larter, who I was very shocked to find out was in this movie. I'm going to push the camera back a little bit. You have Ali Larter, who I was shocked was in this movie. You have Mike Epps. Shocked he's in this movie too. Spencer Locke. Jason O'Hara. Shocked he's in this movie too. Odie Fair from the previous movie. And Ian Glenn. And the basic plot of Resident Evil Extinction, according to the internet, is as follows. The film follows the heroine Alice along with a group of survivors from Raccoon City, from the previous movie, as they attempt to travel across the Mojave Desert Wilderness to Alaska and escape a zombie apocalypse. And that is your plot of Resident Evil Extinction. I almost said apocalypse. So, Resident Evil Extinction. Well, I liked the second one quite a lot. And, well, this one just goes back to being bad. It's like the Resident Evil movies go from bad to good to bad to good. So, but I've heard after Resident Evil Extinction, they get really bad. So it's no shock. It's not a shock to anybody that I really did not like this movie. It's not going to shock a single soul on this earth to know that I didn't like this movie. Because everybody didn't like this movie back when it came out in 2007. And the director of this movie is actually a singer, so that should tell you something. He's an Australian director. He's known for television and music videos. He actually started his career directing music videos, and it shows with how he directs this movie. Apparently he's directed music videos for Elton John and Duran Duran. Good for you. I have seen one of his movies. I've seen Highlander. That's a movie that he directed that spawned a multimedia franchise. I've never seen any of the other movies. I've only seen the first Highlander. And I like Highlander. It's a very good movie. It's a wacky movie, but it's a good movie. I like it. Maybe one day I will review it for you guys. Yeah, this director, he gets to direct a Resident Evil movie. Okay. I don't know why they chose him to direct this. I wish they would have gotten Alexander Witt, who directed the previous one, to come back. But I don't know why they chose I don't know why they chose a Australian music video director to direct this movie, but okay. As far as the positives go, I mean, Milla Jovovich as Alice, she still does good in in this role. I mean, she's great in these movies. She's not terrible. Ali Larter in the film is good as Claire Redfield. She's good. She's based on the video game character by the same name, so that's cool. You have returning. You have O.D.E.D. Fier. I probably butchered that name, and I'm sorry if I did. As Carlos, he comes back in this adventure to help Alice. He comes back in this adventure. Ian Glenn as Dr. Alexander Isaacs. He's the head of the Umbrella Academy. Or the North American facility that they go to. He's fine. He's fine. Ian Glenn, he's fine in this movie. Ashina as Nurse Betty. She's a tough young woman who acts as a nurse, and boy oh boy, she does some crazy shit in this movie. Mike Epps as Lloyd Jefferson. He also returns from from the previous movie, and turns out he's a love interest for Nurse Betty, and you see that. You see the relationship play out in this movie. So that's fun. That's cool to see. Spencer Locke as I don't know why in the world he's called this. I don't know why his character is called this, but that's just the character that he goes by. He plays Kmart. I'm not joking. He literally plays a character called Kmart in this movie. Or she does. And where do they find her? In a Kmart. Hiding in a Kmart. She's a teenage girl hiding in Kmart. When they find her in Kmart. That's why her character's name is Kmart. Okay. Then you have Jason O'Hara as Albert Whitsker. Okay. Yeah. I'm not going to list all the characters' names, but I'm just listing a few. Yeah, I'm listing a few characters. I'm not going to list all of them. Yeah. Resident Evil Extinction, this is a terrible movie. I'm just gonna say that. This is a terrible movie. As far as the action scenes go in this movie, they're fine. The action scenes in this movie, they're fine. They're not great, but they're fine. They're not bad, but they're fine. They're fine. I think the script of this movie is very good. The plot, not very much. The plot's not very good. Anyway. Paul W.S. Anderson came back to write the film. Good for you, I guess. But Resident Evil Extinction, this is just I just remembered I need to capitalize the E in Extinction. So give me a second. And then I'll talk about the grade. Okay, there we go. It fits. Yeah, Resident Evil Extinction. It just goes back to being terrible. It does. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I am having fun watching these movies. Even though they're bad, I am having a lot of fun watching them. I'm sure I'll find something in this movie to hate on, or as I'm watching the other ones, I'm sure I'll find something in this franchise I can hate on. But yeah, these movies are just I'm sensing a pattern. These movies are gonna get worse and worse and worse and worse, and I'm prepared for it. I'm prepared for these movies to get worse. So we'll see. But yeah, so on a scale of 1 to 4 stars, I'm going to have to give Resident Evil Extinction a 2 out of 4 stars. 2 out of 4 stars for Resident Evil Extinction. I know they're going to get worse, so I'm prepared for it. So, anyway. And that's my view of Resident Evil Extinction. So next time on Resident Evil Movie Review, I will be back talking about the 4th Resident Evil movie, Resident Evil not Extinction. I'm reviewing that movie. Resident Evil Afterlife. So, yeah, that's next time on Movie Review. Again, I'm Dawson. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe down below. And I'll see y'all next time and I'll see y'all tomorrow for day 4 of 31 Days of Halloween. See you later.